Need a recommendation for a book lover on your list? Who better to ask than a librarian? But that's not all your local library has to offer. From DVDs to ukuleles, even tennis equipment. Your library can be the ultimate holiday resource. Let's go learn more with my expert guest. Well, hello, Vermont. You know, when my family asks me what I want for Christmas, my perpetual answer is a ukulele. Just kidding, it's books, or socks, but really books. So I am thrilled that my guest today is here to give us her book recommendations. And then some. Bree Drapa is the library director for the South Burlington Public Library and a frequent guest on Across the Fence. That's why you can't butcher her name. Sorry about that. I'm joining an elite club getting to sit down with you next today. Bree Drapa. Yeah. Welcome to Across the Fence again. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you. It's great to be here again.
Yeah. And I was watching last year's episode with you and Jolie where you were giving your book recommendations. Today we don't have all of the books on the table because it's a different set. We've changed our configuration, but nonetheless, this is always an important holiday moment because I love books, you love books.
I do.
We have book lovers on our list, but I still want to start with that ukulele. Just kidding. Or rather, the library of things. I had no idea that the library was a resource for being able to pick up non-book items. That came as a real surprise to me.
Yeah, Library of Things is kind of a new library feature. It's where you can borrow things that you might use less frequently. Yeah. Cake pans, STEM kits, games, card games, board games, sports equipment, ukuleles,
snowshoes. I mean, while we were standing there,
even a
table
and chairs.
Even a table and chair. You know, and so friends of mine, we're getting ready to have this citrus garland making party, and I was able to offer that I knew that you could possibly rent a dehydrator, for example, at the library. So,
of course, every library is going to be different based on their space and budget, so you can always check out your local library, and you might be surprised at what they have. So check that out, and it can help you make gifts or prepare for those holiday guests.
Yep. Well, it's true because this is the time of year you have unexpected people showing up, you have crafting ambitions, things that you want to do. So good to check in with the library and see what they have to offer.
Right, and we also have museum passes and DVDs and other things besides books. So something for everyone on your list.
What kind of museums?
Depends on the library again, regionally, but places like the Echo Center, maybe Shelburne Museum, Shelburne Farms, state parks passes in the summer are really popular.
So when you have guests coming in from out of town and you're looking for a way to entertain them, check in, see maybe there's some passes. You can also, of course, go to the library.
Right. It's a great place to escape the hustle and bustle this time of year. It's warm. You can go in for some companionship or some silence, both important this time of year. And it's also a great, low-key, low-stress place to send grandparents with the kids. Go check out the library. Go see what they have. Take them there. And it's free and it's welcoming. So consider it a stop.
Well, and does the library have events and things going on? Reading hours? You know, I used to love taking my kids to the library to go and listen to a book being read by the librarian. There's something so cozy, right, about sitting in a circle with other children, getting to be read a book.
Yeah, most libraries in Vermont offer a lot of diverse programming, from kids programming all the way to adult programming. So I would just check out your local library's website or social media for the latest events.
Okay, all right. So now we can start talking about some book recommendations.
Yes.
Because, again, these are great gifts. I think that receiving a book I love it because it's a way to show how well you know someone as you try to think of a book that is going to fit with their particular taste. What type of genre do they like? Are they into history? Are they into, do you have a favorite book genre for yourself?
I love historical fiction.
So do I. Okay, good.
That's right, because you can always learn something and have a great story at the same time. But librarians are great at recommending books. We love recommending books. So if you need a book gift for someone, ask your local librarian.
Yeah, and this year, because you are new to the South Burlington Library as of just October.
Right.
And so you have a bigger staff than your were formerly at the
Westford
Library. So you went to your staff and helped work on these recommendations. So,
I did.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I got some staff picks. I thought it would be fun to hear from the whole staff, not just me, about what books they like. So
it was a good way to probably get to know them a little better too.
Yeah, you can always know someone by the books they recommend.
You can. All right, so let's see how many of these we can get through. Here is our first book for younger readers. Tell us about Frostfire.
Frostfire by Ellie McKay was recommended by Erin from our children's department, and this is a picture book about the joy of imagination and a snowy day. So it's a great holiday book. It's a winter book. It's not exactly a themed holiday, but it's about two fox sisters who celebrate the love of snowy days and gardens in the winter.
That sounds so charming.
It is. It's
Did
lovely.
you have a favorite picture book when you were a child?
Oh, geez.
It's an on-the-fly question. Something about the illustrations. I was a big Beatrix Potter fan.
Oh, yeah,
and so the
definitely.
Illustrations, were kind of reminding me about that. There's something so cozy, right? And
they are very cozy, comforting illustrations, which it's nice to slow down sometimes. Kids need to slow down this time of year. So cozy lap read is a great one to do.
All right. Okay. So now we also have something for middle schoolers. Tell us about Olivetti?
Olivetti.
Okay.
Olivetti is on the Golden Dome Book Awards for our middle schoolers this year. This comes from Valerie, another person in our children's department, and it is about a mom has gone missing. There's a lot of family drama. We're trying to figure that out. I love this book. It's an imperfect family. So the kids are imperfect, the parents are imperfect, but the typewriter can talk to them by typing. And so it's not magical in any other way, except for this typewriter feels so compelled and so strongly about mom that it needs to share its stories.
I love that. I think that sounds like a great book for
It would
middle
make a
schoolers.
great family read aloud too.
Great
So if
family
you're
read
looking
aloud.
for a cozy family read aloud around the fire, it would be a great one.
Perfect. Okay. This next writer is a young adult writer, and I hear that the writer themselves, Jason Reynolds, is kind of a big deal in the young adult book world. Tell us about this book.
Jason Reynolds is super famous. He's a youth ambassador for literature. He is a great author, and this book is 24 Seconds From Now. It's a relationship story, so it's about an African-American boy. He's 17, and he's about to maybe have his first time with his girlfriend, and is thinking back on the relationship and all of the advice that he's gotten from friends, family, bros, teachers, and all of that. It's a very wholesome, grounded book. This was recommended by Rory, and Rory recommends it as anyone looking for a really positive relationship story, especially teens. And FYI, there's no sex on the page, so even if there's implied romance, it's not there. It also makes a great audiobook listen because it's a 4-hour audiobook, so you can get it done in a car trip.
Exactly. Yes, car trip sounds like a road trip book with your parents in the car.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a clean your room.
There you go. Okay, so now for adults, I am intrigued by this book because it's a novel by a poet.
Yes, this is by Iranian-American poet Kavev Akbar, and this was recommended by Devin. And Devin told me that this book had one of the most breathtaking endings he's ever read.
That solves it.
Yeah, so it's about a poet named Cyrus who is adrift. And decides that his next project is going to be about martyrdom and becomes obsessed with martyrdom and people at the end of their life. And so this is a book for artists, for addicts, for people suffering from addiction and alcoholism, but also just someone who feels adrift and is finding their way.
Feeling. Yeah, okay, I love that. And then you also have a recommendation. Actually, you have 2 recommendations here. Tell us about these books by Catherine Newman.
So I'm going to recommend Wreck, which is the second book in this duology. I've recommended Sandwich on your program before. And this is just about, this is Rocky, who is this great character in her family. She's raw, she's real, she's realistic, she's perimenopausal.
I can relate.
Yeah, me too. It's just, she's such a relatable character who's not really, there's nothing going on in this book, but it shows kind of the messiness and complexity of everyday life. So in Wreck, she's kind of obsessed with this wreck that's taken place in the town, like an actual wreck. And then her life is kind of a wreck as she's navigating perimenopause, aging parents, and a possible medical condition that could really impact her family.
Well, and I love that. So, and if you haven't already read Sandwich, or if you're,
I think
you
you
can
should
get
read
Sandwich
Sandwich
and Wreck.
first.
They're about the same character, right?
Yeah, they're the
Okay.
same
So
character.
it's a twofer.
It's a twofer. I'd highly recommend Sandwich first and then Wreck, because you really get to know the family.
Super. Okay, and then we're wrapping up with a nonfiction pick, and I have to say, I think this one sounds just perfect for starting off the new year on the
Yes.
right foot. It's like a gentle nudge into chores and housekeeping. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this comes from Janae.
Okay.
And Janae recommended how to keep house while drowning.
Love that.
So this is a gentle approach to cleaning and organization. So this isn't the condo method where you're getting rid of everything.
You don't have to touch every object in your house and
Right,
ask it how it's doing
exactly.
and whether or not it's ready to leave you.
Exactly. It's a real mind shift kind of book where you think of chores as gifts to your future self. You think of, your house being a sanctuary, but it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yes.
And so I think that anyone who is setting those New Year's resolutions and those New Year's goals that we don't keep, you might actually keep them if you follow the practical advice in this book.
I think that's fantastic. It reminds me a little bit of Swedish death cleaning. Have you heard of Swedish death cleaning? The idea that you're doing this as a gift to your future self, right? I mean, it's true.
Yes.
I can be very inhibited from going ahead and doing, especially after the holidays where you're trying to get the house back in order and it feels so overwhelming.
Right.
But this sounds like it's kind of cluing you into how good it's going to feel a little later
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
it definitely, there's even like workbooks with this if you get really into it, but it's a good gift to yourself.
It's a good gift to yourself. I love that. And of course, you can always head to the librarian, ask for more recommendations. You had even said something, suggested going and doing a book swap. Take a book off the shelf and be like, okay, wrap it up.
Yeah, I think it would be really
free gift
fun if you're
exchange.
looking for a very sustainable,
that's
very
cute.
inexpensive way to celebrate with a friend. Go pick out books for each other. So check them out. Of course, return them, but maybe swap them or wrap them with each other and give someone a gift of a book that
that's
you've
great.
picked out for them, but you didn't have to pay for.
And quickly, do libraries have regular hours during the holidays?
It really depends on the library.
So
I think
be sure
most
we wanna
probably are
check.
closed on Christmas Day, but be sure to check your local library's website, social media page, and just check out your local library.
Check out your local library. There's the final word on this. It's going to be a great resource for you during the holidays. Go and get the Library of Things, etc. Get some book recommendations. Bree Drapa. Gosh, I'm going to do it again. Bree Drapa.
That's okay.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I loved having you here today. As always, Vermont, thank you for learning and exploring with me today. And thanks to the team that makes Across the Fence possible. I'm Amy Finley. This is Across the Fence. Come back and let's learn and explore again tomorrow.